Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone. He came up a little short. To the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team. You want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football. You know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself. himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grab behind the line, it's Johnson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now this offense will take the field again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Downs. Still on his feet at the 45. Gashing the D on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got him. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick.
He unleashes a long one. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's down. Fighting off the defender. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Downs. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to run it. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Running to the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Fires to the big fella. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Number 12, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Offense at an empty set. Making side adjustments here. Snap in the shotgun. It's complete to the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
To the air on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to throw again. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Using the quick game. Turning it on.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Got his man downfield. Oh, what a cut! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Texas A&M back to work with another first down.
Come on, set.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to sling it on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the returner will be knocked down. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. Go, he got loose. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Ready? Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle. It's cheap. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going back to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Number 12, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Motion from the wideout. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it down the right side. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw it again. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This
fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Working the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. He's now over 150 yards receiving, and the Aggies ready to go whoop.
Yeah, ready to go whoop, ready to celebrate. They're excited. And listen, when you can find these playmakers that you feature and you consistently feature, this is when Aggies go nuts.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to get him on the ground. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They run the reverse. And that was a creative play call, but a better defensive play to stop it for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Aggies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab on the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun on third down. He wants to take the top off. Finds a spot in the middle.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff to the single back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Third down play from the gun. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we played 3. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick completion to the right.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you...
Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Quarterback making adjustments. He's looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense is...
Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Bully ball on third and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
To the 15. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Oh, they're after him. Snags it over the middle. There he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got him in the flat, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
42, Spider.
Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and
Breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here's the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close.